Joining me now is the brand new MD and CEO at Kia India. That's Mr. Gwanggu Lee. He has taken charge just a few days ago, and it's a significant day for Kia in India because we have not just one, but two flagship products being introduced to the market. Let's talk about that and a whole lot more that Kia plans for the country with him. Good to see you, sir.
Sure.
And welcome to India. Thank you for your time today. Congratulations. First up, I think it's very unusual to see a brand doing two car launches on the same day. And then even more unusual to see this kind of premium positioning for those products, especially from a brand that definitely otherwise plays in very high volume territory. So first up, I think just if you can share with us the rationale or the strategy behind bringing both these cars to India.
So as you know that this last 5 years, the Kia is a very successful launch, the new brand here with its Certus. And in the last 5 years, so much enjoyed the growth of the business Kia. And then it's time for us to relaunch of the brand for the next growth. But those models with its equipped with the new technology, it's reflected by the new DNA of Kia, and then it will be reflected as all the plan into the new future. That's why we appealed those models to the product. Those models into the market. So it is a symbol, it's a signature symbol of the Kia for the next stage.
In many ways, as I said, they are flagship products, not just here, but I think anywhere in the world. A car like the EV9 really represents what the brand stands for. The latest in terms of design, latest in terms of technology, also, of course, future powertrain. Now, most markets where the car has gone, there's been a lot of anticipation. It is the world car of the year. In India, though, with electric being still a slow mover, what's the kind of initial feedback you got from your dealers when you said you're going to bring the car here?
So, as I told you, those models is a symbol of the Kia India for the next stage. And the next stage means covering this new technology like Kia Connect 2.0. Of course, when Kia is entering the Indian market, is with appealing there is a new technology like ADAS and the new various feature and the convenient one. But it's also prepared the new technology into the Indian market with a new type of the technology like control OTA. So of course this technology is applied to this premium segment, is Carnival or EV9. I mean, it's not to stop this kind of progress into this premium segment. We will apply this kind of technology into small car. It means that we have to start with this technology of the Kia brands, and we appeal it to the market.
You had, of course, an option to look at being more aggressive in terms of, and I'm sure you've been asked this question today a lot, about why this pricing, why this positioning. Let's start with the fact that you do have other versions of the EV9 in other markets, rear-wheel drive, smaller battery, and then also the option to consider doing a CKD operation rather than a CBU. So is this more like a first step, do you think, and could you still consider that in the future?
Of course, the Kia has a plan to, so with the launching of the EV6 and the EV9 as a premium EV, and then Kia already set to launch this mass EV product is very soon, which is applied by the EV technology. Of course, and also prepared some production the way like as a Carnival. It's already set in assembly in the market. Of course, it's to increase this local production and with this localization part. And then we also consider this opportunity to expand this model lineup with the kind of the nice approach.
The fact that it is now available with a hybrid globally. India, we have this peculiar situation with diesel where large number of large car buyers do actually prefer diesel. But then we have markets like Delhi where diesel has become a little uncertain. Do you consider the hybrid as well before making the final plan?
So we can get as a hint, from the global market. Is Kia operation in the global market is we can cover the hybrid as well for this the big size of product. But it's as we understand is in the market first and emphasized by the electrification, and then we prepare this electrification first. But recently, we also recognize the change of the market situation, especially the increase of this hybrid. Of course, you know that it's Kia, one of the leading company to apply this hybrid technology, and also we are capable to manage it, but we are monitoring it very carefully. So what's going on in the Indian market? So because we first emphasize on this EV product and EV development, and then it's a market change, and then ask us to adapt very swiftly to the new change. Yes, we will do, but it'll take time because so local investments is required to adapt it ourselves to the market.
There is a lot of confusion around policy in India and also the roadmap because a variety of reasons why I think we do have sometimes a little bit of confusion around the policy itself from the government. But most important is that, because we don't have clarity in the long run, a lot of manufacturers tend to struggle with this future product planning. When it comes to hybrid in particular, and I'm talking about just conventional hybrid, not even plug-in hybrid, of late there has been some talk or some excitement because of the compact SUVs that we've seen from Toyota and Suzuki. Do you think that's enough for you to start to look at it in a serious way? Because, of course, in your global portfolio, as you mentioned, you do have cars like the Sportage, etc., or the Niro, which have conventional hybrids. Is that something that you need to look at? Or do you think the diesel portfolio is still very strong and it's already catering to that end of?
But first of all, we have to say that what is it in the real direction of this development in car industry? I believe that electrification is a key structural trend. We cannot stop this kind of wave. Thing is that this wave will be together with some different way of the wave. I think that is in a hybrid one, but this situation is already confirmed in the global market. Thing is that we can change we can reverse of the direction of the wave. No, I believe that we cannot stop it. Thing is that how we can make the good balance between the IC model and also electrification. But one of the alternative of the hybrid one is that we can choose. But thing is that it's a timing. It will continue, or is that we have to stop to in a very temporary time. So we will very carefully see that. But as a businessman, we're always ready to adjust ourselves to the new circumstance. But as we understand, in India, also electrification will be a mainstream.
Yes, and of course, I know the projections are that by 2030, it should be about 89% of the market, and I'm sure you'll be targeting something similar. Let me put it to you this way then. For Kia as a brand, when you consider hybrid, is it a replacement for diesel or is it an enhancement to your portfolio?
I think it'll be an enhancement of the portfolio because the regulation always managing the direction of the business of the company. So if we have a chance to change something with this diesel, yes, a hybrid will be one of this alternative.
The norms, of course, that are coming up still support diesel. So I'm very happy to hear your answer. Being someone who feels that the choice should be with the consumer and not with government. The point about your India strategy going forward, you mentioned 5 years, extremely fast growth in this market. India has now become one of your major markets globally for Kia worldwide.
Yes.
Both in terms of volume and also in terms of strategy or importance. What's the next 5 years going to look like?
So in terms of this volume, so we are aiming for this reaching this 400,000 units. It's a big it's an increase. It's very challenging, but it's not enough to just reach the volume itself. We want to make it good in the quality in its growth as well. It means that we have to handle in this good technology, and which make our customers satisfied, and also our network expanding because a customer is visiting our showroom, and we have to go there to take care of our customer. And also, as you mentioned, product portfolio is also very important, and we are very carefully watching what's developing in Indian industry as well, auto market as well. Yeah.
So like the next product coming from you, of course, is a volumes product. I think it's been talked about a fair amount by AY. Not specifically from that product, because I understand you can't talk about it in great detail, but does that become the first step in ramping up volume or ramping up to the growth that you're talking about?
So first step is that we have to adding the new product, like in a new small car, and also we have to replace this new product with this current portfolio, and also we apply the new electrification models, the EV mass product, and also we consider also new technology in terms of the powertrain like a hybrid, and also we have to look for this niche market like a Carnival. So at the moment we are aiming for only this 2005 on the volume of Carnival, but I'm very positively expect the opportunity of the Carnival segment is very close. So there are so many opportunities covering some new opportunity, but it is my task to study. So where the opportunity there.
Quick question with Carnival, since you mentioned the numbers. Is there a possibility for you to look at, I mean, this is a fully loaded top end version. So could you look at doing maybe slightly lower versions, which are CKD perhaps?
Of course, we have to, as I told you, we are look for this the demand opportunity. So if we see the chance to increase over this the Carnival niche market, why not? So we also consider further investment into the assembling in a program with the Carnival segment as well.
Yeah, once people see it on the road, they probably want ones.
Absolutely, yes.
More variants. Back to that plan about the growth in India. Now, there has been a lot of speculation and talk about how, well, not just talk, but we've seen certain moves from many players where to build value and growth in India, they're also looking to sort of consolidate their position in India and also look at locally sort of establishing more of an India-first approach. One option, of course, is to raise value by going to the stock market. The other is to look at maybe partnerships in India. Do you think that's important for you to do at this stage, considering your sister company is already doing that?
Basically, there's a very common platform, but as a player in the market, Kia already settled as a sole player, and then we can make this plan by yourself. Even sometimes compete with our system.
You definitely compete. That part we know, and that's a good thing in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, the brands. But this is not something you're considering today to unlock value in the India business.
At the moment, we don't have plan yet.
What you did announce today, though, was a strategic tech partnership with certain brands. That's possibly also, in a way, a first step, because we're seeing digitization really becoming a preoccupation. And this is not just for tier one consumers. We are seeing this kind of interest coming from consumers everywhere in the country today. So would you see more such partnerships? Why was it important for you to get these 4 partnerships in place?
So because as I mentioned, this Kia Connect 2.0 is one of the key pillars for Kia India is a growth, leveraged for the growth. But this kind of the digital transformation requires a local adaptation. But as in a global player, Kia need some partnership, local partnership, like as I mentioned, some especially the map provider or the communication provider. So I believe that if there's some partners has the potential to improve the digital transformation, it's always open and discuss it.
That's interesting, and I think consumers are moving towards that, so they'll appreciate it more and more. One last point, Mr. V, that I want to talk about, back to the electrification strategy. You mentioned EV6 and then, of course, now the EV9. This is more of a top-down approach to prepare for the more volume-oriented products that come. I believe you have one in 25 and then one in 26. But globally, we are also seeing a lot of attention now around the EV3. Did you consider that as well as a possible option for India?
So frankly speaking, at the moment, we don't have it yet. But it's always keen to know that which kind of a progress in India in terms of the electrification. So we have started as a premium brand like EV6, EV9, and then we are applied this our EV technology to the mass product portfolio. And then later that if there is the market is developed to the further regarding the electrification, we have the technology. We will always open to apply to this kind of the technology in Indian market. But at the moment, we don't have it yet.
I hope that changes. And I haven't driven the car yet, though I've seen it. It looks very
really? Good, great.
I'm looking forward to driving it soon, and also looking forward to your strategy as it unfolds. I know that you have a lot coming up, and will keep us very busy, which is a good thing. We wish you and your team all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.